So one of my favorite stories comes from a day that the kids at the high school were doing a project for Roxy, and they were gathering in the cafeteria. Maggie, my first therapy dog, and I were walking around the cafeteria greeting the kids, and all of a sudden I hear from behind me, "Look, I had that dog in the 3rd grade."
Okay, so I like going to the high schools. I think the high schools are pretty cool. So I was there one time, and I guess there was a special needs group that came through, and the aide was telling me that another little boy doesn't really like dogs. I said, that's okay. We were just chatting for a little while, and then we both looked over, and the little boy was petting Luca.
Well, I have one particular story. There was a young man who was terribly afraid of dogs. And so the first time we went there, he wouldn't go near Atticus. And it was the 3rd time that we went there. By that time, the kid was hugging Atticus.
I think the courthouse is the most magical for us to volunteer. This is a place where everyone's worried about the outcome of whatever's going to happen. And being in the courthouse during that time and giving people an opportunity to have some sort of comfort, it's magical.
One that comes to mind, I had a young man who was petrified of Tucker. The teacher and I worked very diligently. It took 2 months before he would touch Tucker with his toe and then pet Tucker with his hand. And now he uses his talker and says, "I need down with my dog," and curls up with Tucker and snuggles into him. And I was so excited that his family realized how important it was that they actually got him a dog.
One of the kids in the classroom had a fear of dogs. So at the beginning of the year, he would sit way back on the teacher's desk, and he's had breakthroughs little by little. And just last week, he had the breakthrough of actually coming up and sitting close by. And so it's rewarding to see that happen.
Actually, I started because someone in the neighborhood was on her way home with her dog one day and told me where they had been and what they'd been doing. And I thought it just sounded like so much fun.
When I moved back to Pennsylvania, I reached out to find an organization, and when I found Roxy, it was the right fit.
I had read about therapy dogs. That's initially why I volunteered.
With all my dogs, I love to do activities, and when I found out about Roxy, I thought, oh, fantastic, something I can do with my dog, and he absolutely loves it.
It wasn't until I started doing it that I realized that I was touched by how many people loved my dog.
This boy just really needs to be with people. He loves people, and he loves his job.
Volunteering for Roxy Therapy Dogs allows me to give back to the community.
She said, "Would you be interested in getting Luca involved being a therapy dog?" And I'm like, yeah, why not?
All you have to do is walk into any facility, people's faces light up. It's magical.
Love, happy, smile, fun, dog, waiting, fun, calm, non-judgmental, talent, companion, when we